Right now, the pandemic has really messed up the supply chain of real estate, and it leaves a lot of people wondering, Kris, is now the right time to be buying a home? Is now the right time to be selling a home? Turns out there's 5 reasons why people buy and sell. We're gonna discuss them intimately and then talk about what you should do right now in the market. You know, as a real estate investor, there's this adage. They say that you make your money when you buy, you realize your money when you sell. Imagine that there was a home for $250,000 that you could purchase for $200,000. You'd have to own that home for like 8 or 9 years on a 30-year mortgage to pay it down $50,000, or you could find it and walk right into it and say, boom, I walked into some instant equity. Pretty exciting, right? Well, I'm always curious why people are buying and selling. I'm understanding the market because guess what I'm doing? I'm buying a home every single day. And if I understand what is motivating someone to sell a home, it makes it easier for me to negotiate and find the very good deals. Today, I want you to understand the 5 Ds, the 5 big reasons why people are actually buying and selling real estate, and why in 2024, it's gonna accelerate and get a lot faster, and how you need to take advantage of that opportunity. Now, to get started here, let's just talk about the state of the market. The housing market is on track to finish the year at the slowest pace, literally, since the Great Depression. But that doesn't mean that no one is buying. The National Association of Realtors estimated late October that around 4.15 million previously owned homes are going to be sold in 2023. So there's still a lot of homes that are actually moving in the country. And Robert Refkin says that there's ultimately 5 reasons why people literally buy or sell real estate, period. A lot of these lead to motivated sellers. And again, as an investor, as you're out in the marketplace doing deals, understanding these 5 Ds can help you make a lot of money. The first one, we're just gonna call it diapers. Now, it doesn't literally mean diapers. We've got younger families who have been unable to purchase as many homes, right? Like, you got these new couples, they're forming households, they're making babies, and right now there's definitely an affordability problem. The home ownership rate among young adults between the age of 25 and 35 has declined from 45% in 1990 to 41.6% in 2021. Affordability definitely has a lot to do with that, especially when you consider the cost of growing a family. The median monthly payment on a home right now, $1,532, putting high financial stress on younger families. The second D, diplomas. Average federal student loan debt right now, $37,338 per borrower. In the US, 40% of homeowners have at least a bachelor's degree, while 30% have some college or an associate's degree, putting degree holding ownership at a total of 70% in the United States. But you can imagine that all of that student debt, $37,000 on average, definitely lowers a person's ability to actually qualify for a mortgage. The third D, diamonds. And by diamonds, we're talking about married couples because they account for the largest share of home buyers at a total of 61%. Overall, the typical age of married couples purchasing a home, this one kind of blows my mind. I'm like, I had to fact check this, is 53 years old. So in other words, you've got couples, married people that are buying homes a lot later in life. The number of US households increased by just $10.1 million from 2010 to 2020. Sounds like an impressive number, but that is literally the lowest increase of homes since 1950 to 2010. Which basically means we're at an all-time low for building homes, but at least those that are going to buy the homes, they got a ring on it. And so if you look at these 3 groups, there's a decline. They're not buying real estate right now, which if you use one of my real estate strategies for producing insane ROI on buy and holds, these are the kind of people that actually want to rent from you when they can't afford to buy. But similarly, you know that when rates drop in 2024, these 3 groups, they're gonna be coming and running into the market. They're gonna be buying the real estate. That's gonna put a lot of pressure on the marketplace, and guess what it's gonna do to the price? The price is gonna go up, even though rates are going down. It's probably gonna equalize their payments to be something similar to what they are right now. I predict by 2025 that the national median, which is currently sitting in the low 4s, like 416,000, could be well over $500,000. You know, the fastest way to make millions of dollars in real estate is timing and being in the right location. And if you want to learn more about that, there is a link below where you can learn about partnering with me. The fourth D, divorce. 41% of marriages right now end in America in divorce. 61% of divorces result in a family home being sold. So if you think about how many divorces there are, when that unfortunate thing happens, you've got 61% of the homes that are going to be listed on the market, they're going to be sold. And many real estate investors and realtors consider divorces to be a great source of motivated sellers. Remember, a motivated seller is when someone says, I got a home, I don't want a home, I'm going to list the home, and I just want someone to take it off my hands. And again, if you click to the end of the video down below, I'm gonna show you how I get my hands on these homes before they even go to market, which is kind of the reason why I find some of the very best deals in the country. The 50, death. In 2019, 2.6 million Americans 50 or older died, with 1.6 million being homeowners. Only 500,000 of those homes were able to be kept by the spouse. So the supply of homes increased by $1.1 million in 2019, and the National Mortgage News predicted that more than 4 million existing homes will hit the market each year through 2032. Now, if you think about that for a second, we are currently missing 6.5 million homes, and every year when 4 million new homes come on the market, there's already a crowd of people that are there to snatch those off the market, buy those up. What I do as an investor, especially if I'm partnered with you, is I've got to go to the market where the very best deals get skimmed off the top, and what that does is that allows me to produce an ROI. What does that mean over time? Over 20 years, it means 27 times more money, which is why I'm constantly yelling, why are you using a 401k? Same like an IRA, pull it out, put it in real estate, and earn 27 times more money. That's very hard for the average person to hear unless you're a subscriber on my channel and you've been awakened to the idea that real estate does produce multimillionaires. This is just one more reason to be in the marketplace. Now, if we take a look at these last two, divorce and death, they're pretty sad, right? Yet I need you to understand that when they hit the market, they go really fast, because it turns out that when people get a divorce, they become less sentimental about the life that they had. They want to get rid of it really fast. Same thing with death. When people die, the kids inherit the house. They don't want the house. They list it on the market. And guess what? It's old. It's decrepit. It needs to be fixed up. It's someone else's problem. They just want to dump and fire sell it and get rid of it as fast as possible. Those are actually gold mines. If you know where to look and you know how to look, that's where you're going to make as much money as possible. These 5 Ds ultimately are the real gold mine. Let's talk about the time to buy real estate, because now I want to answer the question, Kris, should I be buying? Should I be selling? And it depends. If you're me, I always am buying real estate. And the reason why is because I'm always getting my hands on the very best deals, whether the market is up or whether the market is down. The majority of the market says, don't buy real estate, it's a bad time. I'm counter-cyclical as an investor. Guess what I'm doing? I'm running the other direction. I'm buying as much real estate as I can. Because what do I know is gonna happen next year and the year after? It's gonna skyrocket through the roof as rates come down. So really, the money is always made when you move in the opposite direction of the greater populace. Now, if you want to partner up with me because you got something sitting in a 401k or an IRA, you've done the math. There's no way that my 401k and my IRA are going to become millions of dollars, but you take the little you got and you get it growing in real estate at 25%. Well, now all of a sudden when you get to retirement, do you have enough? You have more than enough. And that's why 90% of millionaires made it in the game of real estate. Now, when the national media is saying it's a bad time to buy real estate and 85% of people's sentiments is aligning with them, remember that we're talking about consumers, not investors. We're talking about people that have primary residences that really are just trying to figure out whether they should be buying or selling. If you're an investor and you have the right strategy, it's always a great time to be in the game. By the way, now that you know where motivated sellers come from, if you want to know the specific methods that I use for finding really good deals that make me all this money, click right here, watch this video. Let me show you how.